Mr. Chairman, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished member of the American-Turkish Council, dear friends. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to address such distinguished guests on the occasion of third annual conference of American-Turkish Council. First of all, I would like to express my deep condolences for Clinton's mother, who passed away yesterday. We very much appreciate her joining us despite difficult circumstances. I am very impressed with the atmosphere of ATC, which brings together a large scale of distinguished people from business to government. I am delighted to see so many friends of our respective countries. Meetings and organization of this kind contribute to bringing closer our approaches towards the global challenges and to mutually develop common sense. So I would like to thank the chairman of ATC, Mr. Richard Armitage, and the chairman of TAİK, Mr. Haluk Dinçer, without whom this event would not be possible. Turkey and the United States have a sound and deep-rooted partnership. We stand together in the face of many international issues and challenges. We share the same values. We share the same contemporary and democratic standards. As two close allies, dynamic countries moving forward, we consult each other, coordinate our efforts, and cooperate in conflict prevention and crisis management. Besides, the level of our military-to-military cooperation has also been exemplary. Our men and women in uniform have participated side by side in many United Nations and NATO operations in the past and currently taking part in the ongoing operation in various parts of the world. Our environment is still shadowed by the persistence of threats. In today's complex security environment, conventional threats are accompanied by new risks such as terrorism, proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. We must also take into account the emergence of new risks in a world where the pace of change is rising. Regional instabilities amongst the main challenges threatening our world. Turkey has been closely affected by all those developments due to her geographical location. Turkey is located in a region that draws the attention of the international community, which in turn creates challenges within the region and beyond. As a dynamic and responsible member of today's world, Turkey is doing her best to reconcile the West with the East and North with the South. We try to produce solution-oriented approaches and put them into practice in the most effective manner. Ladies and gentlemen, before moving on to regional security issues, let me share our sadness for the latest heinous attack of terrorists in Afghanistan and in Turkey. We are very determined to continue our fight against terrorism. We are of the opinion that cooperation between the countries is a must, not an option, to eradicate terrorism, which is the common threat for all countries. Continuation of our close cooperation and coordination is important in this area. As an outcome of our partnership and close alliance, we would be happy to see the Turkey and United States cooperation against the terrorist organization will continue increasingly in the future. In the scope of our fight against the terrorists, we appreciate the United States government support so far. And we expect an approval from the United States Congress for the procurement of the necessary military equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, let me share with you my opinion about the latest developments in the Middle East. I consider that the situation in Syria has the potential to negatively affect the regional stability. Therefore, dealing with this sensitive crisis properly is of great importance in terms of maintaining the regional security. I believe that the best option would be to focus on policies that may force the Syrian government to stop using excessive force on people of Syria and to implement democratic reforms demanded by Syrian people as soon as possible. In order to achieve this result, increasing international pressure on the Syrian government should continue in close cooperation. Yet another critical issue, Egypt, has embarked on an irreversible path of change and transformation. We believe that if the Egypt revolution is accomplished, it will constitute a model for the many countries in the region. To that end, we are ready to give the technical, institutional, and economic support to Egypt during this transitional period. In Libya, Turkey has been one of the most asset-contributing countries to the Operation Unified Protector from its outset. We attach great importance to the independence, national unity, as well as the well-being and prosperity of Libyan people. The last United Nations resolution is another significant milestone towards a peaceful, democratic future for Libya. Our main goal is the establishment of the necessary conditions for the transition to the constitutional democracy according to legitimate public demand. What we can do at this stage, if requested by the National Council of Libya, we can help to Libyan government reform the country's security sector and to control the borders. Let me continue with another issue that is, I am sure, very sensitive for the United States and Turkey. Ensuring progress in Afghanistan is our common goal. Turkey has been making substantial contribution towards a successful settlement in Afghanistan. We believe that Afghans should be helped to stand on their own feet. Turkey is continuing to provide the training to the Afghan police and Afghan national security forces. The recent inception of the program to train 500 Afghan national police in Turkey and our decision to extend for a second time Turkey's lead at the regional common capital for another year until November 2012 are concrete manifestation of our commitment to ISAF. We will support the establishment of a NATO support and assistance mission in Afghanistan post-2014, which will operate in parallel with the NATO-Afghanistan Enduring Partnership Framework. Distinguished members of the ATC and TAIC. Now, I would like to touch upon our defense industrial cooperation. It goes without saying that defense industrial cooperation is more meaningful in times of austerity, while we are witnessing a global economic crisis all over the world. That means, while we have to keep our defense capabilities strong, we should spend our defense budget more effectively than ever. In these difficult times, reducing cost of our defense programs are crucial. Turkey has increasing defense industrial collaboration capacity with its newly established technoparks, rapidly growing industry, and with its qualified workforce. In terms of export, we are providing defense equipment for all allied and friendly countries all over the world. Dear guests, how can we further the existing bilateral cooperation proportional with today's opportunities? And what are the advantages of cooperation with Turkish defense industry? Clearly, we can see that there are three areas for cooperation. The first is the Turkish defense market. We are keeping on investing in our defense industry in Turkey. I am confident to say that currently we have a good level of cooperation for the Turkish defense. The volume of ongoing programs between Turkey and the United States has exceeded 27 billion US dollar, including F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. The prospect of more cooperation for the Turkish defense programs are quite promising, bearing in mind our national programs including air defense system and unmanned aerial vehicles. Less bureaucracy and faster actions will surely help us realize our bilateral defense program. We are closely watching the recent initiative of President Obama in streamlining the US export procedures and bureaucracy so as to facilitate defense trade between the allies. I am sure this will result in a more efficient cooperation between our governments as well. The second area where we can intensify our cooperation is the United States defense market. As I have mentioned earlier, economic concerns are also playing an important role in our motives on defense cooperation. Turkey's share in the United States imports is only about 0.2%. When we look at global balance between the Turkey and the United States in terms of trade, the figures are far from reflecting the true potential between the Turkey and the United States. Hence, both governments have seen the necessity to take action in improving and balancing our trade. One of the selected areas within the framework for strategic economic and commercial cooperation activities is the defense industry. Our institution, namely AT&L and SSM, both undersecretaries for defense acquisition, are working together to set up a channel of dialogue and drafting a new defense trade agreement so as to redefine and give a new momentum on defense industrial cooperation. We attach importance to such a bilateral document to describe the common vision for defense industrial cooperation between our countries. Turkey's main expectation in cooperating within the United States defense market are to see the creation of strategic industrial alliances between our defense companies and easier access of Turkish defense material in use by the United States Armed Forces. I would like to reiterate my strong opinion that more cooperation between the Turkish companies and Americans will result in remarkable cost savings for the United States defense programs. The third area to widen our collaboration on defense is regional cooperation. Turkey is located in a key geographical place that is important not only during the international crisis, but also in promoting trade and economic cooperation. Turkey might serve a logistic hub to the African, the Middle Eastern, and other regional markets for the United States. Within the 4 hours, you can reach 70 capital cities from Turkey. We see that the joint cooperation on design and development of new defense systems, as well as the modernization of old equipment for these markets, is a true potential for more fruitful cooperation between our companies. On the other hand, looking at the matter from the operational perspective, it would also be mutually beneficial for both countries to make Turkey a regional center for the repair and maintenance of equipment of the United States and allied forces. As a very good recent example of how we accomplished these cooperation opportunities is the Sikorsky utility helicopter program. While obtaining a remarkable level of helicopter production capability for Turkey, we have also been successful in reducing costs, provided jobs for the Turkish and American companies, agreed on a very promising export plan for those helicopters. It is my firm belief that we can take this example and further it towards other areas of defense industrial cooperation. A defense industrial cooperation partnership will foster industrial relations between two countries. I believe such cooperation will ensure better interoperability of allied forces as a result of joint system co-development, and in the final analysis, it will be a strong expression of our political solidarity between our nations. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to underline once again the role of ATC and TAIC in strengthening Turkish-American relations once again. They have been very much contributing to our relations. It is our firm belief that the ATC and TAIC will continue to act as a rewarding platform, as a forum, in enhancing strong relations between Turkey and the United States. At the end of my speech, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to ATC and TAIC personally for organizing these conferences and contributing to our bilateral relations, mutual understanding, and strengthening cooperation in various fields. Last but not least, I avail myself of this opportunity to convey my best wishes to the people of the United States. I wish you all the best. Thank you.